Welcome to Cafecito Sin Mapa, Unmapped Coffee Chats. I'm Jacqueline, your host, and today we get to do part 2 of Selena's episode. Thank you so much for everyone who came back and listened to episode 1. If you haven't heard it, go back, listen to that one first because there's a lot of context in there for this next segment. So go do that and then come back. And for those, welcome back. And here's Selena. Her story too, because I think it's still her.
And she wanted to do this. Like she wanted, I wouldn't say like a food trailer, but she wanted like a shack.
Yeah.
Like a shack where people could come in and like order the same thing, but she couldn't do much because she was limited on space and stuff like that. And this was like back in the day, y'all. So I in a sense feel like I'm living what she wanted to live, to do, but then she never really had support, you know what I mean, to do it. And that's why I feel like a lot of people, and I will say a lot of people will offer like I think you, even the very first time that you came after I had been open, you were like, girl, I'll come in there and I'll help you. Like, and I just have, and maybe that is not so great, how would you say, like side of me where I'm like,
Great.
no, I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
Because I do it by myself. But and my sister-in-law, like my nieces, they'll come in here and they don't know what they're doing, but they'll click on the screen and they're like, we'll figure it out. Like if I have a freaking line out the door, or my man, like you would never catch my man, like he's shy, like, but he, to help me, like he's gonna be at the register, or even though he says I'm mean, because sometimes it'd be stressful, y'all. It'd be stressful.
He's so funny. I remember
But
like the one time I walked up and he was working the counter and he's just like he did not want to talk and I was just like, talk to me.
yeah, and then I'll be in the bag. Like for example, I think it was Friday. I was a little bit busy towards the end because it was like I get a high school rush after school rush from 4, because now they get out later. So from like 4, and I close at 5. So that hour has been crazy, and I'll be sitting. Well, it was Friday, so my feet hurt. And I was like sitting there, just kind of listening to the order before I prepped, and then he was just kind of like mellow. He wasn't being rude, but he was mellow, and I'm like, and then he like laughs because I'm like, he's like, what the hell? And I'm like, no, you have, if you're gonna be at the window, you have to be me. Like you have to be happy.
You're like,
So then
smile for the people.
no, yes. And he was just like, and he did, and then like he senses like their vibe too, like it'll be better when they're, and I know that's not him, so like he does try, I will say that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But no, yeah, you've seen him.
Yeah. It's so funny. And like
We're like opposite.
I love making people uncomfortable. So like for me, I was having so much fun being like, talk to me. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Your mom will do that to him too. Even at HEB or something, like she'll be like, or even if I'm not there, she'll be like, where's Selena?
Oh, she's always, yeah. If she sees someone, she's like, I'm asking for her.
Yep.
Well, then my word of advice for you, because I think we've had a lot of wisdom for the people, is girl, you've shown the world you can do it by yourself. You're allowed to let people help you.
Yeah, this is literally me. I cry so much. I know. I think I need to accept it.
Yeah. It's such a good trait to have. Like obviously like life has pushed you in that direction to like stand on your own feet and like be able to do things for yourself, and that is a strength, like absolutely. But also know that it's okay to accept help and it's okay to ask for help. Like
And I think that's why I don't take the help, because I don't want to ask for the help. Like, not that I've asked and it's been no,
yeah.
but I feel like I don't want to ever ask and not get the help. And
Yeah.
that's just me. Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't happened, but I'm already projecting that, which is
Yeah.
not a good trait to have. But, and sometimes, and I'm telling you, sometimes I'll just drive home and I'm like crying because I'm like, I'm tired, but I can do it. I'm over here like I can do it by myself. So, and sometimes I'm like, how am I gonna walk tomorrow? Because my feet are so bad, and I'll just be like, God, please, like, don't let my feet hurt in the morning, and my feet won't hurt in the morning. So
There you
I'm
go.
like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely start baby steps. Just accept it when people offer. Like when I'm home and not doing anything.
you're gonna be at the register.
Girl, and you know I'm chatty Cathy too.
No, for
I'll bring the
real.
vibes. You want me cutting strawberries? I have knife skills. I can froth milk. I make coffee at home all the time. Every kind of
Perfect.
coffee. So I'm like, just put me to work. You don't pay me. Like I just want to sit there and vibe.
Yeah, because I don't pay my register either. Like my niece will come on her lunch break, and like if she has an hour, she'll come in and she'll just sit, or I'll give her a matcha or something, and people will just walk up, and ironically she comes and it's busy, so she'll get on the register, and I'm like, they'll be like, are you not working today? Because she works at HEB. You're not
Uh,
working today? Like, yeah, I'm on my break. I'm like, nah, you come in here and I'm busy, you working.
you working. I know. No, my mom was like, maybe she thought you wanted her to pay you, and that's why she said no. Like, didn't call you. And I was like, she knows I don't need her to pay me. Like, I didn't offer because I wanted to get paid.
No, it's just me being a hardhead. I have okay, like going back to that topic of community, I have also, so a lot of my friends, some family, but more friends, family friends come and support, and that's my community. But I've also made a new community because there's people that I've never met before that will drive to come get a coffee, whether that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. They will make the drive, and I'm like, what? And they have became customers, like regulars, and I'm like, that makes me happy. Like, and I've also had people who are very shy,
Mm.
like super shy, very like serious. Girl, they come now and they'll be like, girl, guess what happened? Like, so I kind of broke them out of their shell, and I love that because I'm like, usually, like, if, you know, if somebody's like, if you're like, oh, hey, and they're like, hi, you're like, I'm not gonna say hi again, you know, like, you
Yeah.
know, that's a natural way to respond. But now I've completely broke that. I think because they're probably like, oh, this girl. Because I will open that window, and every time I open the window, I'm gonna be like, hi, how are you? Whether my feet are hurting, whether I'm stressed, whether I'm sad, like I
Yeah.
will be. It's not your fault, you know.
Mhm.
So now it's very good to see, like, you're shy, and then by the third time you come, that goes away. So that's another thing that people tell me, that people come more for the vibe, like, to talk, or because, girl, sometimes people I don't know tell me like their tea, and I'm like, dang, I would have never known that, you know. And what's said here stays here, and I tell them that all the time. I'm like, because sometimes I feel like they're like, oh, I spilled too much, or I'm like, girl, don't worry, like, I'm not gonna say anything, it stays
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
But
tell
yeah.
them because I think I cut you off earlier. What's your light up sign outside your?
Oh, my sign says cafecito y chisme, so coffee, but like a cuter way in Spanish, and chisme is like gossip. And that's literally from the start what people come and do, and not in an ugly way. Like, it's just like the
It
vibes.
just naturally happens. Like
Yeah, no, yeah.
you have great energy, you're so friendly, you're easy to talk to, and people pick up on that. And like, it's not like you're like, what's today's tea? Like,
No. And y'all, people will literally wait their turn. Like,
absolutely.
I am so serious. If three of the same people that will come and chat for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes if I'm not busy, like, because my people know too, like, if there's a line, they're like, okay, like, thank you so much. They'll spill tea real quick. But they'll come, and then they'll be like, oh, no, you can go ahead and order. And then they'll wait. And then they'll come and order, and then chat and like stuff like that. But obviously, if I'm busy, we don't
Yeah.
get to chat. But yeah.
The queue line is not just people ordering their coffee, they get in line to also chat with Selena.
Yes. No, yes. And I think that's what makes it, not why, in a sense, homey, you know,
Yeah.
like, I want you to come, and I don't want it to just be like, I just want your money, or everything that I do, I make with love. So
Yes, you do. You put your whole foot in it too, girl, because every single thing I've had there is delicious.
You're
There's
like,
not one thing I have like literally I like it's so hard for me to like go and not want to like keep getting the same things because like I do
the
have my
same. Yeah.
favorite, but then I know that like I want to try all the others because I know they're just as good and that's why I end up
Yes.
going a million times while I'm there.
And people will literally, and sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, I don't remember, but this one guy had came and he's like, I want to try something new. I was like, okay, like which one did you try last time? He's like, I've almost tried all of them. And I'm like, what? And yeah, people will come and will try like something different every time. Or like I know her best friend, she gets the same thing every time. Very rarely she'll switch it up, but Katie gets the same thing every time. The other day I told her to try something new. She was like, oh, this is so good. And I'm like, I tell everybody, I'm like, I'm not gonna sell something I wouldn't drink, like
Yeah.
no.
Oh my God. Okay. This is gonna be the longest podcast ever. Um, yes.
Oops, yeah, it's already 7:30. Or is my laptop wrong?
No, yeah. We've been on for an hour and a half.
Okay, Miss Anxious over here, like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about.
But I think we did chat for like I think it's been like an hour of actually recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we chatted for a bit before we like started actually recording. So really it's only been an hour. It's not bad. Um, I did want to talk about that part of your business too. Like you curate your menu. You always are coming up with new stuff.
Yes.
Like I can't get on Facebook. I get FOMO so bad. And I don't
You
think
would
I ever understood what FOMO was until Berthaz
you
came
would
out
not.
because I'm like, I want to fucking try this stuff and I'm not there to try it and I'm not gonna go home. Like I've thought about booking a flight just so I could go get some of the stuff. I've thought about getting you to like freeze some of your coffee and like ship it to me because
Ship it.
yes. I think I told you I was like, we need to make this nationwide. Like,
Yes, yes. That could go into a whole nother topic because lately so many people have came and they're like, you need to open up a cafe, you need to open up, something bigger, you need like an actual place. And I'm like because obviously, I'm a very firm believer in you don't tell people your plans, but
mhm.
in the moment I'm happy doing what I'm doing right now in the trailer. So I just tell everybody, I'm like, just keep manifesting that for me. They're like, we know you're gonna do it, like it's gonna be so good. And I'm like, one day maybe, because right now I'm super stressed in a good way, but
Yeah.
that's not in my plans, but yeah, no, people will be like that all the time. They're like, can you be open on the weekend? And I'm like, I'm already open most of the week.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to make?
I feel like the coffees.
The coffees.
I feel like the coffees, and I didn't sell coffees originally. I was looking back; it hasn't even been a year since I added coffee.
Really?
Yeah, and it's taken off and it's good, but I still keep my OG products. Y'all, if you could see the outside of my trailer, I started off with like this menu. Now I have so many things, and I think that's what people don't understand is that I want to make everything y'all like, but it's only me. Like
Yeah.
it's only one of me. So I try to mix and match throughout the week, but for sure coffee will always be a
Yeah.
main. I feel like that's became a main thing for me.
Well, and because it's also prep, like it's not you don't have a inventory per se
Yeah.
of like these things. You're the inventory.
No, like right now I'm gonna do a pre-order and I don't have much beans left because the place I get it from doesn't open every day. So I'll do that, go pick up, and then I'm good for the week. But yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and that too, like you need time to be able to do like your logistics stuff, like go actually get inventory for everything that you're
Yeah, no,
making and
yes,
like
because I'm like I can't sell if I don't have.
your supplies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Any advice for someone who wants to start a small business?
Do it.
She
Just do
said
it.
do it.
Just do it because I am still learning every day. I feel like it's gonna be 5 years and I'm still gonna be learning. Um, but don't think you can't do it because I feel like you can do anything. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do. If it came to your mind, it's possible. God wouldn't have put it there if it wasn't. Um, And I'll say, and I only, because sometimes people could probably listen and be like, yeah, because she's doing it. Like, it's easy to say no. Like, I've never had a business before. I've never done this before. There's so much that goes into it, but it's doable. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like people scare people out of their dreams because it's like, well, it's going to be a lot. Yeah, it is, but
It
it's
is.
very rewarding. Like, and not just monetary, like, in so many aspects of your life. Like,
Yeah.
you're growing as your business is growing, and I don't think we've touched the topic, but I know you wanted to. TikTok.
Oh,
Um, just quickly, TikTok was also just like my space to create makeup, do makeup tutorials. And at first, nobody really did that in my little town. So
yeah.
people would be like, oh, what is she doing? And I was not good at makeup, y'all. Like, I look back at videos and I'm like, ah. But I also get PR, I get products, and I use them, and it's like really good brands. And I used to buy those products. Now they send it to me, and I remember when I started, I was like, one day I'm gonna go to events. One day I'm gonna get makeup because I would see all the makeup gurus get packages, and I'm like, I wanted that so bad, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna do it. And that one day came. Like, consistency will always get you results, no matter what, and it's possible. So I started doing that, and I just did it, and that's why with what I'm saying, if you want to start a business, just do it. If you want to do social media, just do it. Who cares what people say?
Yeah. Literally. Literally. No, I think like that's really important for people to know too. Like anything, whether it is like I think obviously like it's very easy to think like social media and business because those are very upfront things that other people witness and you
Yes.
have like outside influence on how they react to what you're doing. But that still like really translate to like even my life, like moving, getting out of LaGrange, getting out of Texas. Like I definitely had people being like, "You're crazy. Like, why would you do that?"
You're traveling. Like, you don't, your trips that are like, what? Somebody from this small town is actually just doing it. You just did it.
Exactly. And
I'm so proud of you for that.
stop it.
Like, being by yourself, and like, I feel like we've talked about it, that it has made you grow as a person. It has made you heal parts of you that probably wouldn't have been healed if you would have stayed and never been exposed to other things, like,
Oh my gosh.
so
I
no,
say
that's
that all the time. Like, one, I didn't fucking know what I was doing either. Like, you go to a foreign country, you don't know the language, you don't like you figure it out, right? And like same, move to a state and city that you don't know anybody in, like you're forced to figure it out. And I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with being uncomfortable because I know I'll figure it out. I always do.
and I think that's why you're still out, like, you haven't came back, because now you're like, oh, I can do more. I want more. Like, I deserve
Exactly.
more.
Exactly. But like the big part too is like you said, exposure. Like I don't think I've grown so much individually, but also just like the things I've seen and witnessed and like people I've talked to and like just experiences, none of that would have happened if I was still in LaGrange, you know?
Yeah.
And my like biggest advice to people anytime like they ask and like leave your hometown or talk to other people, like you have to get out of your little
Comfort.
circle or little bubble that you live in because people are always like, oh, New York changed you, or like New York's made you this or that. And my mom herself will say stuff like that. And it's like,
Watching this.
yes and no, because it's like, yes, in a way, sure, you can say New York did it, but it's the fact that you're exposed to these things, and like when you live in I don't even want to like, it's almost like a simulation. I feel like everything has a way it's working and you don't see anything else, so you don't know the struggles other people face or what others' journeys are. And like people wouldn't know your journey if you didn't talk about it, And I feel like there's just so much to learn from other people's experiences. And it also like makes people more empathetic. Like I don't understand your struggle because I haven't been through that, but I can sympathize and empathize because I know it's hard and I can see that through your experience because I
Yeah.
care. You know, like those are just things that they're learned. Like you don't just naturally like I know people say they're empaths and they like are just like naturally born caring. You're not. I think circumstance makes you that way. I think being curious and like not non-judgmental, honestly, like really makes that true because like you can like be nosy and want to know stuff and it's not because you care or like are actually learning about
It's
it.
just
You're
to turn
just
around and like talk about you or something. I don't know.
yeah, there's a difference. But whenever you're like actually doing it to like learn about that person, it makes a huge difference. Um, but anyway,
No,
I can
I
also
do.
get on my soapbox about stuff like that because I just think it's so important for people to like hear.
It'll be a part two.
Oh, Miss Nervous Nancy wants to come back for a part two.
Just give me some time, guys. Give me some time. I'll come back with a notebook next time.
No, next time we'll do it in person.
Oh, low key, just if I wasn't as busy, I would have been like, but I know you have changes going on too. But I would have been like, I'll come out there, y'all, because I went to New York in November by myself for a TikTok event and I got super lost. I was there for 24 hours and Jackie was like, why the heck did you not tell me? She's like I feel like everybody goes to you when they're gonna travel out there because they're like, show us.
Girl, I have everything in like saved. You want to do this? I know exactly where you like at this point I don't know the subway system like the back of my hand, but I know enough
To
to
get
be like,
around.
"Oh, you're on the wrong one," or like I know my
Yeah,
way
yeah.
around town, okay? And I'm like, "Selena, you're over here posting about you getting lost. You could have fucking called me."
Girl, I cried. I literally cried because it was raining. I was gonna miss my flight. I didn't know what freaking train to take. It was insane. It was insane. And I'm like, I'm never going back alone. And I'm not.
Well, please open invite, come over anytime. New
For a
York
part
is
two.
listen, one of my favorite things is crying at Central Park.
Period. You do record a lot there, huh?
Oh my, I live right across from Central Park. And so I am always like, if I need to touch grass, that's where I'm going. And also like if I'm anxious or like having a bad day, like I love to just go for a little walk. And usually I don't take like my headphones or anything because I want to just like hear nature and smell nature or whatever. Um, but like literally like I almost I like to like cinemize my life. Like I sometimes like make it like a movie, you know, just like
Yeah.
romanticize my
I
own
mean, you
life.
can. I feel like you're in the perfect city.
True. So I'm just like, oh my God, crying at the park and you know.
Do you see other people crying at the park or
Oh my
no?
God, all the time. And that's
Oh,
the thing about New York too. Like nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody care like I'm sure you
everybody
saw
minds their business.
yeah, no like everyone's so worried about what they're doing that nobody is paying attention. So like I can go sit and cry and someone's gonna go like take a shit right next to me on the side of the park and we're just
That's
gonna, you know,
everybody's gonna mind their business.
yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna keep crying and you're gonna do your thing, and that's just it. That's New York. And I'm just like, what a movie to be living in when those
No,
things happen, you know? And I'm like, oh, I just cried at the park. And that makes me feel better.
no, yes, and then I'm sure you look around and you're just like, because I don't think I went by there.
No. I
No,
think
because I
well, no, you went past it when you told
and I went the wrong way, guys. I ended up in another town. I ended up 30 minutes away from where I was supposed to be, and it was
which was
did
around the
not
corner.
it did not look the safest when I could have just walked less than half a mile, literally. Um, Yeah, but I think I was so nervous because the train was like this that I
Yeah.
didn't want to look at nobody because they on the videos that I saw they said don't act like you're lost because then people take advantage of you. So I was like
They
walking around with
do,
the
but you
bug on
also
my
like
phone.
the thing about New York too, though, is like people are actually really friendly to like help. Like if you stop someone and you're just like, how do
Or
I
help
get
me.
here? someone will help. Like
Yeah.
people say New Yorkers are mean, but like actually like I truly think New Yorkers and just anybody here is not they're not mean. They're kind. They're kind people. Like keep to themselves, but if you talk to them or ask them for help, they're going to do it and go on with their day.
Yes.
Whereas like
Yes.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. I feel like people in Texas, people are always like, "Oh, Texas is so kind." I'm like, "That's fake kind." People are fucking toothpaste over there. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah," and then they're gonna be like, "This idiot doesn't know where they're going." You
Yeah.
know? Am
No,
I
for
wrong
sure.
for saying that? Because
No.
I that's genuine. I'm like, that's fake kindness. And like people in New York are like actually kind.
I feel like and then a lot of people feel like don't go out and explore. And I'm not saying I explore the world, no, but like I've also pushed myself to, if I get invited to an event or something, like to go, because it's a different experience, it's different people. Like I've met so many people that I would have never met,
Well,
and they're different and they're
how
nice.
how cinematic is that? Like you're literally traveling because you started posting content
Makeup.
about makeup because you
Yeah.
loved it and you're so good at it. And then like it just blew up into all this stuff. Like it's
And
unreal.
I've been
But
slacking.
that's
I've been
your
slacking.
reality.
Like, yeah, no, yes, yes, yes. And I did it. Like I said, I was going to do it, and I did it. And I'm still going to do it. I've just been trying to settle, you know, have this, because now it's like doing both is kind of hard, but it's possible. It's not
It is.
impossible.
You just have to find the
Nothing
right
is
balance,
impossible.
right? Like actually another episode that it drops tomorrow actually.
Oh, uh-huh.
We were talking about balance in life and it's like not you can't do everything 100%. You know, like there's this whole notion of like you can do everything. Yes, you
Yeah.
can do anything you set your mind to. You can't do it all at the same time. There's just no way. You can't like
To
actually
do it right.
perfect example. I could not do therapy right now because I'm so focused on starting my new job and like being a good employee because I really do like the job. So I want to focus on that. And I can't focus on that if I'm having a midday cry in the lunchroom and then having to snap back out of, like, and that's what that conversation ended up being. It was like, right now is not a good time for me to be doing this because
You're
I
not
have
saying
other
you're
things to
done.
focus.
You're
Exactly.
just your priorities are something else now. Like you've put your mental health first, but now you've experienced it in a positive way. I feel like you look at it a little bit better now. Like you've grown,
Oh my
so
God, so
you're
much.
taking what you've already learned and using that in situations where you're like, instead of just calling my therapist, I think I can figure it out. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And I honestly, like, literally, I, like, earlier this year, like, Jackie today would not know Jackie in January of this year. And again, like, a lot of people think I have this, like, perfect little life or whatever, but I do, like, struggle mentally too. And I was prioritizing my mental health so much, like, during that time that I was not doing well at work. Like, but like I wasn't being a good employee because I was sitting at home like crying, doing therapy and like doing hard work elsewhere that like my mental
It's
capacity was
making
in
you,
that. It wasn't
yeah,
in me. I was doing my job. Like I wasn't a bad employee, but I wasn't consistent in my job and I wasn't going above and beyond like I know I can and normally do
normally,
because I was focusing on my mental health. And right now it's just different. Like I want to actually focus on my career a little bit more and take a little pause. But like you said, like that doesn't mean the job doesn't stop. Like the work doesn't stop. I obviously have a lot to like still learn and implement and like but I've learned a lot and I can take those tools and like help it get me to where
and
I want in my
you can
career.
always go back.
Exactly.
Yes.
We'll just
And I
circle
think
back.
that's why it's good, because you can decide that. You can decide right now, this is a priority. Okay, if next month you already want to start back up, you can.
Exactly.
Like, it's on you. But I think you've grown that you're like, I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, I think that was part of like why I was so like crying today. Because it's like, wow, like I know what I need. Like I actually like in my body, in my mind, like I know what I need right now. And I was like having to vocalize that where I normally don't. I usually like
Yes.
I usually want them to tell me. Like I wanted Susan. I guess
Well, she wasn't gonna tell you.
I can
She
name
wasn't gonna
drop
tell
her
you.
now
Okay,
because she's
you
not
don't
my
need
therapist.
more.
Well, no, but like I usually
Oh,
I would just like let her tell, like I would let her be like, I think it's time for you to
sorry.
like
A while ago, I think you froze. So if you see me like frozen, I think you froze. So I was like, yeah. But 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 you were good. I think you'll be able to see when I think you froze.
Okay, what was I saying?
Um, name dropping.
Oh. No, like literally a lot of the times I would like let her kind of like drive the conversation and like this time I was like, no, like this is what I need, this is what's gonna happen and like
Which is gross.
it is. And then tell me why I was like, I think I need to go to therapy about not going to therapy.
Wait, I feel like that's a thing though. Would it?
Because like I'm gonna go get a new therapist so I can talk about how I felt when I broke up with my old
About
therapist.
my old therapist.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, you
Well,
idiot.
your new therapist will probably say like, "Are you gonna do this to me?"
Well, you know what? Growth because my first
Wait, you're
therapist,
freezing.
stop. Why?
Yeah, you're
There's
freezing.
no way I've like maxed out
Your
recording.
hotspot?
No, I'm on my Wi-Fi too.
Nope. No, it still says this meeting is being recorded. It still says recording, but I don't know what you mean on your
And I'm
end.
still frozen.
But you keep like freezing. No, no, no. Like you're good, but like you'll freeze
Oh.
at random times. Because I let me see. Is it still recording? You can edit this out, right?
It is, but I was actually gonna say
This is
we
my
can actually wrap it up and then like stop recording and still chat if we want to.
hold on.
Because it's
Because I
not,
have full bars. Here.
I would say it's not freezing on my end. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean I have full bars. That is weird. But I was like, I didn't want you to keep talking, and then because if you freeze on my end, is it probable that you're gonna freeze on the screen or no?
It's
Or
not
maybe I
frozen.
was frozen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess you'll see
Um,
when you play.
yeah, Shay, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
All that to say, we've lost I lost my train of thought.
you getting a new therapist to tell your talk about your old therapist.
What was my
That
thought?
was literally it. But then you went into something else. But that's when you froze.
I forgot what my thought was with that. Like, I think it's just like being able to like trust yourself, honestly, and like know that you know
And
best.
know what you can do and you
Yeah,
can't do.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
feel like that's good, and I feel like that's you as a person should be proud of that growth. Even on the, it's not easy, it's not fun, it's not like I feel like therapy in general, it could either be looked at negatively or like, oh no, that's great. Like that's an amazing tool to have.
Oh my God, so many people have been like, "Oh, you're in therapy," and I'm like,
Like for what?
"Girl,
They're probably like, for what? What have you gone through? You know, I'm sure you get that.
all the time." My mom does that, and I'm like, "Homegirl, I'm not telling you why I'm in therapy because part of it's because of you."
You
And then
should be like, T.
no, um,
Hey, she's gonna be like, she's calling you after this.
oh my God, should I say this? I'm gonna
What?
say it, and I don't know if well, maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. I'll
Uh-huh.
decide. But I'll drop tea with you. Um, so I didn't realize I was coming out
Uh-huh.
like publicly because like my people knew, like you know what I mean? Like I okay. truth be told, I really took on like my sexuality when I moved to New York. And like when I moved
you felt
when I moved 3 years ago, it was like the easiest thing to be like, oh yeah, I'm bi. And nobody questioned it. People like nobody knew me. So they're like, oh cool, like she's been bi her whole life type shit, you know? And so like all my friends here knew, and then like I slowly started like telling my friends back home. I didn't tell Katie. I didn't realize I did not tell Katie.
stop.
So she actually texted me like after the podcast
Wait,
had
when you
gone
posted
out.
your first, stop.
Yes. Yes. And she was like, so when were you gonna tell me? And I was just like, girl,
Wait,
I thought you
okay, in my defense, I will say I didn't know, but I was like, I'm not your bestie like that, you know?
yeah.
Was Katie offended?
I was like, well, I thought you knew, like, call a spade, you know? And she's just like, well, I like assumed maybe, but like I was like, I'm just gonna wait for her to tell me, and you never told me. And I was just like,
Stop.
but you know
I
what?
didn't.
It is harder like telling people that you know than telling strangers.
Because strangers, for many situations in life, they just accept you.
Yeah, because they just don't know any different. And I guess
Yeah.
like, and it's not that you're changing, but you are changing what people knew you to be, right? Like,
And that's hard for a lot of people to accept.
exactly. All that to say is my mom didn't know because this is where I'm going with this. My mom knew. Like my mom and I had talked about it before I even moved to New York. Um, but I didn't tell her I was posting it on the podcast because to me it was nothing. Like I didn't even think it was
Like you're not like if you were living here and you're gonna openly say it, you'd be like, I don't know if I should.
right. I
But
think yeah, had I been living at home, I would have like thought like, oh shit, I'm about to post this. I didn't think about that.
yeah,
And then like tell me why though, like a month later, a month goes by, and that's when shit starts going around LaGrange about me being
stop,
gay. Because people don't think
stop.
bi. People are like, you're either straight or you're gay.
Uh-huh.
Um, and my mom
You can't
called
be
me.
both.
You can't be both. And I was like, but I am. No, but my mom called me and she's like, when were you gonna tell me? And I was like, tell you what? And she's like, that you were gonna come out publicly. And I was like, I did what now? And she was like so upset because people like had gone up to her and like said stuff like, oh, I didn't know your daughter was gay.
Insane.
Yeah, and mom was like,
Mom was probably like, when did she post? Oh, I mean, because you posted it in English, right? So
exactly.
they was probably like, I don't know what that means,
So it took a
girl.
second before it like came around
Yeah,
to
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Like literally took a month before it came around to her. Um, but and I was just like, I didn't understand why she was so mad at me for it, but it was because she was caught off guard and she was just like, I don't know why these people are telling me that my daughter's gay.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't because she knew that, but it was more of like, where'd they get it from?
Yeah. Or like, what haven't I seen that they're seeing?
Exactly. And so it became like a whole ordeal for like a week. And like my mom and I like got into it because she's like, you could have told me this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just
You're
like,
like, I did.
I was like, but I know. And I was like, but I did. And she's like, no, that you were gonna post it. And I was like, I'm not gonna tell you every single thing I say on the podcast. Like,
And
homegirl.
me trying to get a whole list, and she's like, yeah, that's not what we're doing. I told Jackie, can you like tell me what you're gonna ask me? She's like, well, I like to just talk. Like I don't really say, and I'm like, that's why I was anxious. And then I'm like, okay, like, can you just like, what can I say? What can I not say? She's like, you can say whatever you want, and I'm like, okay. I was so unsure. I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. She's like, no, that's what the podcast is
That
for.
is it. Literally, Sin Mapa, girl. We got no map.
And I got no filter.
That part. But anyway, yeah. I don't know what my point to that was. Yes, my mom has had reactions to my podcast and not because of what I'm saying. It's like because of other people's reactions to it that then get to her, and then she's like,
And I feel like it's always gonna be like that, no matter what, because no matter what you say, it's gonna get twisted in a sense
"Oh my
anyway.
God." I know, and I'm just like, I think I posted that. If people follow me on my personal TikTok, I be posting random shit on there sometimes. And I was like, okay, small town gossip, you know?
No, yes, but I feel like the growth in you, and you're in a whole different city, a whole different everything by people that that's helped you. Like
Oh my God.
you can be that, you can be free, you can say what you want, and okay, whatever they want to come say, yeah, it kind of sucks that it'll get to your mom, but
Yeah.
no, we're grown, like we're older,
Mhm.
and life is just different.
And that's what I had to tell her. I had to tell her that too. Is like, I respect you, and like obviously like if I'm gonna say something that I know is gonna affect you personally, like I'm not gonna tell her
Yeah, yeah,
story on here. That's her story. But like this is my story, and I'm not gonna ask for permission and make sure you're okay with me saying certain things. And if I know it's something that you should probably know before, like yeah, obviously I'll be like, "Hey, I did talk about this."
yeah,
And
yeah,
at
yeah.
the moment, I didn't think it was a problem. I didn't think it was even a topic. So I was
Because
like,
it
"No,
was
no."
you.
Exactly.
It
It's
was
like it was about me, and I'm sorry that you had a reaction to it or that people's reaction like got to you. But I'm also just like not living in a space where I'm like living for other people.
yeah.
Like and I told her that. I was like, I'm not going to like minimize my existence to make things easier for you or my dad because
And
people are gonna talk. Like,
I think that's what makes things successful. Being you, being true. You know, because you could come on here and have give us a list of what you're gonna talk about, but like that's not what you're wanting to do. Like because
no.
you want it to just flow out nicely, genuinely.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like I don't want to, and that's why like if I'm having a day where I did not look cute, I'm still gonna come on camera because I don't need people to like think I always look one way. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I cried at work. Yeah, I cry at the park. Or
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to
And that's how
wipe
you do
my
it in the
ass with
video.
one ply paper today.
One.
But like,
I'm so dead. Did you use a wipe when you got home?
girl, I got home and I had to like immediately get here. I did wipe my butt. I like got like I
Oh
went,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I did get home and like went to the bathroom and extra wiped, but I don't have wet wipes.
Oh, you can get some.
And
That's
then
good.
and then I didn't have time to shower because then I had this.
I
I
know,
have,
but can you imagine? Thank God we left it at the time because I was even gonna say that. Oh, let's do later, or let's do. It's already 8.
I have another interview tomorrow too.
Stop.
But I don't know this lady. Like I literally found her on TikTok. I'm actually really excited about her.
What?
I know.
Love that. Look at you, just shooting your shot.
Hey, you have to.
Yep.
Like
But quickly.
I've gotten to talk like I don't know if you saw Claudia's episode. She was on Real Women Have Curves. She's like a Broadway actress. And
No, I seen the snippet, but
it
not
was
the.
last week's. Yeah. I just messaged her and she was like, "Oh my," she remembered me
Stop.
because I had gone to see Real Women Have Curves a few times and then
I remember. I
like
remember.
stayed and got like signatures and stuff and she was like, "I remembered your face." Like I responded because
You
I was like, "Oh, I've seen her. I know who she is. Like I know who she is,
stop.
you know?" Yeah.
Love that.
Mhm.
Look at you.
I
Can you
know. And
message her like bad bunny?
you know what? I've I've thought on like certain days when I'm feeling extra delusional because I do think like delusion fuels me a lot of the times. Like I don't know if it's just like fake it till you make it mentality or manifesting it or is it delusion? Like I feel like they all blur to me. But I'm like I should just reach out to some of these like
And you never know.
A-type, right? Not B.
You should probably do it. Should we talk about this on here? But like, you can do it from your podcast page. You never know.
And you know what? I actually have gotten some success. I'm like thinking about it now from actually reaching out to them on my personal
Really?
and like mentioning the podcast because then that's like they know it's a human and not like
Yeah,
an
you're right.
assistant,
You're,
or not. I don't have an
you're
assistant,
right.
guys.
Yet,
But yet
yet we're
I do have a
manifesting.
friend that helps me with the edits, but and like she helps a lot with doing like the posts and stuff. Anyway, I call her my director or producer. I don't know. We change her name every day. But yeah, I feel like whenever I'm like it it's just more personal
Huh?
when it comes from like my personal page.
Do that. I would literally just YOLO message whoever, and then I feel like you would be shocked because I feel like all it takes is that one right person,
It
and
does.
it can make a difference for anything. For anything,
It really does. You want to know
people who
something?
you think aren't watching are watching.
I'll tell you
See,
this too. I don't think I had even like said this on the podcast or on yeah. I was laid off. Did I say that?
no,
Or you didn't see that on my TikTok? I think I did post it on my TikTok. I was laid off and I was
what?
unemployed for like
Okay, I saw a video, but I didn't know if you were being sarcastic.
I girl, I'm authentic. She doesn't lie. Um
Period.
I know people were like, is she just doing is this rage bait? I was like, I'm not fucking no,
No,
I was unemployed.
because I feel like we just talked and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna renew my lease," and da 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 da. So I was like, "Oh." So then when you posted that, I was like, "Oh." And then until I saw your bestie the other day, and she said, "Oh yeah, she has a new job," and I'm like, "Oh."
I know no, it happened so fast. Like I was only unemployed for 1 week.
Oh,
That does not happen in corporate
yeah,
America, especially in like today's time. Like the job market is crazy. Crazy.
especially over there, huh?
Yes. And like there's so many people out there with amazing experience and that are looking for jobs. So like they really call it like a hires market right now because they can pick
From
anybody
whoever.
from whoever. They have so much talent out there to choose from. I didn't, and I did not apply for a single job. This job found me. Mhm.
Listen,
I,
stop.
the
He said,
CEO, the CEO and founder of this company messaged me on LinkedIn because he saw my profile and liked my experience and thought that I would be a good fit.
"There you go."
I
So you
talked,
had a 1 week break and a
I had a 1 week vacation
period.
that I used to do those interviews with him and then like got hired immediately and started working. And it didn't even hit me that I was like actually unemployed until I had started the job because I was like, new place, new coworkers, new people.
Yeah, like it changed. It was a big change
It was huge.
because
And
now you're going into office, right?
5 days a week. I didn't go into the
Right.
office but like once a month.
Yeah. Well, I remember you would. Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, and so all that to say too, like things will find you too. And I don't know if it's delusion, like, because I kept telling myself, like, I'm not going to let myself get upset over this. Like, obviously, I cried for like the first day, little moment, but then I was like, you know what? New opportunity. I wasn't really happy with that job anymore anyway. So I was like,
And you weren't gonna leave,
they freed
probably.
me. No, no,
Yeah.
because I had a great setup. I had a great setup. I worked remotely. I got paid well. I had unlimited PTO, so I was always taking off and traveling whenever I felt like it. Like there was no, they call it golden handcuffs in corporate
Uh-huh.
America. Golden handcuffs because they have everything you want. Like why would you leave?
Why
Even
would you? Yeah.
if you hate the
Yeah.
company or you're not like doing well or you don't like the culture, whatever it is, like you end up like still finding reasons to stay because you do have a good get up. And that's kind of where I was. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say any of this because I signed a contract that I couldn't talk shit about them.
Let's not.
I'll be cutting all that out,
Yeah.
actually. But because they're gonna come back for my severance. I made money off of this
Oh.
because since they let me go, they paid me for 6 weeks.
Oh.
Actually, 7.
Let's cut that out.
they paid me for 7 weeks and I was only unemployed for one. So I ended up
That works, girl.
with extra money in my pocket.
There you go. But I don't blame you saying like, because I this is also what gets me through is every single thing happens for a reason. Every single thing, positive, negative, happy, sad, there's a reason.
There is. My
So
mom was like freaking out over it because I like called her and I was like, haha, I'm on vacation. And she's like, oh my God, what are you gonna do?
you're
Do you
gonna
have money
do
saved up? Like, how long are you gonna, like throwing all these questions at me. And she's like, did you apply to like 10 jobs today? And like, I was like, girl, no. I said, I'm taking the week.
I'm chilling.
And she's like, what do you mean you're taking the week? Like, you should be applying. You should be like trying to find a job. And she's like, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Because this is what you needed.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna breathe, enjoy my park, go to the park
Yeah.
every day. I would literally make coffee
Stop.
at home
Uh-huh.
and walk across the park in my pajamas,
Stop. Wait, those you made videos,
sitting in the
right?
park, drinking my coffee on the bench
I
across the
think
street, smoking my cigarette,
you're oh,
just drinking coffee and smoking a cig in my PJs in the
unemployed.
park. Like
Unemployed, but getting
unemployed,
paid.
getting paid. I was just like, this is fun.
And your mom over here having a panic attack.
No, literally, she like would call and I'd be at the park. She's like, yo acá estresada. And I'm like, girl.
No, and she was probably like thinking the worst, like, what is she gonna do? Like, I'm gonna have to send her money.
No, literally. And I was just like, girl, chill. I'm
I'm gonna
like,
be fine.
everything's gonna be fine. I'll find a new job. Like, I was like, if I have to go like work at a bookstore, I
I'll
can
do
do
that.
that. Like,
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm in New York. I can go get 10 jobs and I'll be fine. Like,
literally, literally.
it's like, and maybe I want to hustle for a little bit. I don't know. No, it got poached right away. Which I'm
No, literally.
no, people are like, you're chosen. You're so blessed because that does not happen. Um, it's like, yeah, it's delusion, God, the universe, whatever.
Whatever it is, but we love it.
But I think it's the energy, like whatever you put out is what's gonna come back. And like if you
A
truly
thousand,
believe it.
1,000%. Like I will manifest any, and I don't really say a lot of the things that I'm manifesting because bad vibes. But for anything that I've ever said, like I'm gonna do it. I don't know how or what, but I'm gonna do it, and it usually works.
You know what? That part, not telling people. Like the things that I've actually wanted to happen and I was like dead set on making it happen, I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't tell anybody about starting the podcast. I didn't tell anybody about me wanting to move to New York. I didn't tell anybody about so many things
You just did it.
because I wanted to do that. And sometimes it's like I'll like say things. I'm like, "Oh, I want to do this." And it's because they're just ideas. And I don't feel bad for like not doing it because I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is.
It's just
But if I want something, I'm not going to talk about it.
me, and then I talk a lot, so I'm like, shut up, just shut up. And I've
It's
learned,
hard.
but it's for the same reason. Yeah, you want to be happy, you want to share it with people, but
But you also don't
sometimes
want to be
being quiet.
influenced, like,
Yeah,
excuse me,
yeah.
like that's the whole reason I don't tell people because like I don't want to hear sometimes I don't tell my mom, honestly, because I don't want to hear her being like, how are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna do that?
Sure.
Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be that's so hard. Like how are you girl, I don't want that negative energy. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
I know it'll figure itself out and I don't care like okay, it fails or I fall and get back up. Like it's just
Tried it.
what's the worst that can happen?
Yep. Me about to yawn again. Girl, I slept like I don't even know how many hours combined this whole weekend.
Girl, I slept like 2 hours last night.
So, what time do you go to work? Oh, now we're getting off topic. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. I go to work at Well, I start at 9, so I usually leave the apartment at like 8:20-ish
Huh?
because it's like a 30-minute ride down. Yeah. So I wake up at like
You
7.
get there right on time.
Yeah, girl, they don't pay me to be early.
Love that.
I
Love
s-
that.
and I walk in with the coffee.
And breakfast or no? Or
Sometimes an egg,
coffee at your breakfast?
sometimes an egg sandwich if I'm actually hungry. But usually usually coffee
Period.
is my breakfast. No, I'm gonna be there on time. Like
You're gonna
I have not been late to this job, and like that's another reason that I know like I actually want this job and like it because I was late to my last job all the time.
well,
Um,
you wouldn't be at work.
or I was I'm cutting this out, but I'm gonna tell you this because it's funny. I was late to my own getting fired meeting.
Stop. Hey, it's like you knew, right? So why would you get there early?
I woke up at 10. I was supposed to start at 9.
Stop.
And I woke up and there was like a message from my manager and he's like, "Hey, you got a second?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, like my computer's just saw this. What's up?"
Huh?
And then they like fired me and I was just like, "I was late to getting fired. I would be late to my own fucking funeral."
Same girl. Same. Um,
But anyway,
what else?
I need to record an ending to this before we keep
Yes.
blabbing.
Yes. I'm
Um,
like, what did you
I think there was a lot of words of wisdom, so I think we can just end with I'm so thankful that you took the time to talk to me even when you were anxious. And I
Thank
cannot wait for part
you.
2, whether that is in LaGrange or in New York. It's gonna be in person.
I can't wait. Like, I think my nervousness finally kind of left me, and maybe we can just spill more tea.
I would say I feel like we can definitely drop more tea.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have like a little bit more of an outline next time though.
No, yes, yes. And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I know from the start you were like, I want you to be on it. And I was like, yeah, girl, whenever. And then when it came down to it, I was like, don't see her message.
I know. I said this girl was like, can't wait to be on. And I was like,
Where
where
you
are
at?
you?
But I'm here and I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see what the podcast overall turns out to be because I feel like it's going to be a big thing. I feel like it's going to turn
Aw.
into, especially because you're shooting your shot, you're going for it, you're doing something that not many people do. It's not easy. Editing and all of that is not, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what this turns out to. Can't wait for you to come home and visit me, or maybe I might visit you before.
Mhm. As you should.
You're a queen.
Well, thank
But yeah, I'm
you.
ready